Guys, it's Luna. Welcome. Today we have a collective reading, which I am leaving up to Spirit for whatever they really want to get across today. The Divine intuitively called me to do this reading, so I'm curious what will pop up, okay? Without further ado, let's get right into this. I don't want to waste anyone's time here. We're going to be using the Modern Witch Tarot deck, as well as the Cat Paw Tarot. So, let's get, some majors as your overall energy. This helps to kind of understand what your overall energy is. When I was meditating beforehand, I did get it was a bit of a heavier energy. I feel like collectively we're, excuse me, running through and sorting through a lot of our vibrational energies that are within ourselves. I feel as though I was hearing like ebb and flow, and as I was meditating, I almost felt like my energy going like this. Like, it was very up and down. Quite literally, it felt. So you may be feeling as though you're going from one extreme to another very easily, and it's something that we're kind of healing during this time. We may be feeling isolated, I'm hearing. It's a time of healing, it's a time of rebirth, regeneration. Rebirth is not always an easy or pretty process. It hurts, right? Transformation hurts. Think about when a caterpillar goes into its cocoon, right? And it has to become a butterfly. That is a very painful process, as it has to quite literally become a new being in a way that its old body is destroyed, right? If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure it dissolves in the cocoon to a certain extent, and it starts growing in there, almost like I would imagine like a baby within like a placenta. But it's not an easy or fun or happy process when we get down to the reality of it, right? So this is just something to keep in mind, that although rebirth is very hard, it's a transformational process and you're getting somewhere, right? So I'm gonna set intentions with these. I saw a tarot reader, specifically Bahati Life. She would place these down, and I believe she intuitively places them in 3 different piles. So I think I'm gonna actually do that for my intentions. Starting something new, or at least try it. So, okay. Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, what is it that you want to bring forward to the collective today, for whatever you want to tell them? Please allow for my spiritual gifts to be heightened, and allow for the protection of not only myself but my viewers to be present by the Holy Divine Spirit. I thank you so much for all that you do. I thank you so much for the wisdom, knowledge, and healing that you give to everyone. And I thank you for this moment here and now. So, collective, let's see what really is going on for you guys. Okay. Let's see. Holy Spirit, for the collective, what's going on? Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, and the Magician. Things have to fall before there can be something built on top of it. That's what I'm hearing. I'm feeling like there may be like an anxious energy. You may be awaiting for something to happen. this may be actually something of you're unsure how to go about things, strength, bottom of the deck. So would make sense completely as this is not an easy time, right? It's not something we particularly think about and go, ooh, I want to go through this, I want to experience this, but the end result is what we want to experience. We want to experience the peace, the freedom, the abundance and stability that getting rid of these shaky foundations and shaky or even just negative situations, people, mindsets, belief, all these things, right? It becomes something completely new. Oh, my poor things. And we have to kind of. There's a card in my Sacred Forest Oracle deck, and I'm hearing from it. There was something it says. It's like like to be truly one with universe or something like that. You have to be able to say yes to both beginnings and endings. So both serve a phenomenal purpose, right? And I feel as though there's a needing of acceptance within ourselves, within our environments. I'm actually debating on posting a video on this, but I feel I'm being guided to talk about it now, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just as of recently, I've always struggled with looking at good or even situations with people I love, right? And get really upset because I want to either go back and appreciate that time for what I didn't appreciate it then, or to experience it again. And in both of these energies, there is a lack of acceptance as well as a almost like a empty quote unquote poverty mindset because there's a lack. There is a lack in that perception. And I realized as I changed my perception, everything's about perception. I will advocate this for so long, but I keep remembering it myself. I keep having to reaffirm and relearn this truth because all I did was in a singular night. One singular thought brought me a breakthrough, and this thought was I can look back on these situations and have enough gratitude for not only me now looking back on it, but I can have enough gratitude for the me then that didn't appreciate whatever was going on. I can have enough gratitude and understanding to look back and say, I truly accept and appreciate that for all that it is. And I don't have to feel guilty anymore not appreciating that situation or feeling like I have to redo that experience because I need to experience it in a more grateful way. I can experience it more gratefully by looking back at it and changing my perception of it. Not only that, but through that acceptance and that gratitude and that love towards not only myself, right? Because I understand that at the time I was not ready, or I just did not learn enough. I was not understanding how deeply amazing that opportunity was, right? And because of that, I was able to have a lot more peace within myself because through being grateful, right, I changed my perception and I no longer felt the lack of needing more, of constantly yearning for more, like you're just grabbing and gripping at every little straw for something more, and at a point it becomes never enough. And when we realize we're doing that, instead of being grateful for the here and now, because I'm feeling the emphasis to talk about gratitude, of acceptance, of patience, whatever our situations are, perhaps in the past or even in this present moment, there is a need to be grateful. If you were not grateful for yesterday as much as you think you should have been, be grateful now enough that it covers back then, if you get what I'm saying. I think I got my message across there. I'm feeling guided to move on now. So just stay grateful, guys. Stay in this present moment. And when you find yourself going back, when you find yourself, or even thinking about the future, just remind yourself, well, I'm happy right now. I'm grateful right now. I exist, and that is simply enough. And it may seem a little scary. I'm getting this energy of the dark nights that you don't want to talk about, the nights of crying, the nights of not being who you want to be, even though you know you could be better, or you have seen yourself in a better light. It is 100% okay to feel fear. But in the same aspect, how can we honor our fears while also facing them? That is in another oracle deck, the Prism Oracle deck. And 11:51 on the clock. Look up angel numbers if you feel guided to. But point, if you don't do the both negative side and positive side, how can you truly appreciate either for what they are, right? Instead of having a perception of being scared or not wanting to experience these dark nights, right, and only wanting to experience the light, it takes away from the light. If you could be experiencing all, why not experience both? There's an energy of acceptance for even the dark days, for even the worrisome energies. Okay, so I have a little sticky note, and it says, I accept all parts of myself wholeheartedly with unconditional love. And I have that because it reminds me that I can't just choose one version of myself or one part of myself to love. Like, the part of me that overthinks, or the part of me that once did things that I would never want to talk about, I still love them. I still have compassion and understanding towards them, because I look at it from a higher perspective, and I think that's what's really needed. Loving even the scariest and darkest of things. So we have 3 of Wands and 6 of Cups. I feel as though you're wanting something new. I almost feel like waiting for something new. Again, I was getting that anticipation energy when I started. Strength. Strength was also on the bottom of the deck, the Cat Paw Tarot deck. So I really feel like the Divines... Hold on. Not only is the Divine guiding you, but I remember now, in my meditation, I was thinking, well, what's this negative energy? What is all this heaviness about? And at some point we got on the topic of ego. Ego can do a lot of damage, even though it's just trying to protect us. And that's why we gotta love the ego, because it's just doing what it thinks is best. It's like a little computer. It's just going off of your past circumstances, of what it expects, of what it thinks it knows. But in reality, your higher self, your subconscious, your full consciousness knows. Your ego does not. Even though it tries to think it knows, it does not. And right now is a time of taming the ego to move forward. There was something about we're moving forward to create new beginnings, whether this is in finances, career, love, self, family, whatever this is. You need a stable foundation within yourself, not within others, but yourself. Be who you are, embrace who you are, and don't allow yourself or other people to judge you. Don't allow for them to place expectations. Expect nothing but for you to be you and for them to be them. And even when things, like I said, show up in ways that you do not like or negative ways, learn to love them regardless. Love is not tolerance, but love is love. And I feel a lot of us need to hear that, and a lot of us need to learn the difference. I know at one point I did, and many, many, many more will have to. And I just want to say that people do the best that they can with the knowledge that they know, with what they believe they can do, and who they think they are. If someone is very deeply rooted in negative beliefs, 1644 on the clock, it is very hard for them to see and believe any other identity or life. So just keep that in mind when you come across someone who is acting in a specific way that really triggers something within you, because at the end of the day, it's not about having a perfect life or having perfect people around you. It's about having self-awareness and self-understanding, mindfulness, all that stuff, and enough self-love to realize it's not about you. As you just heal, you become unable to be, how should I say this, unable to be pushed around in terms of energy. You're no longer affected, I should say. You guys have the Two of Cups as well. So offers, there does feel like this energy of partnership, a lot of, whether it's career, finances, love, there, or even just friends. We both have the Six of Cups and Two of Cups. These are two offering of cups, emotional, something that's emotional. And the Magician, this is something you've been trying to manifest, I feel, for a long time. Queen of Cups, yeah, you've been in your emotional, I want to say emotional bag, but I really just want to say like your emotional cup. So hey, maybe you have been in your emotional bag, just feeling all your emotions and just kind of trying to exist. I can 100% understand that, because you know what, going in our emotional bag, if you want to think about it literally in a metaphorical way, if you go into your bag of emotions, you can finally recognize and feel all those emotions, right? You can finally acknowledge them, and then the ones that you don't need are transmuted. They are moved and changed, right? So let's get one last card. Page of Wands. I'm getting this like bored energy. I'm hearing get excited again. What did it feel like before? What did it feel like when you first started your manifesting journey? What did it feel like to realize you could have anything? What did it feel like before time started to dull you down, before people's beliefs or thoughts or energy began to dull you down, even yourself, right? Look to what you truly want, not what other people want. Everyone has their own path, and following their path is counterproductive, right? We can get inspired, but we all have our own path, right? Something a little bit different, if not a whole lot different. 2021 on the clock. Page of Pentacles. Again, I was getting more career in the energy, but I feel as though it can be with a lot more than just that. Let's see. Really deal with those repressed traumas that you don't want to deal with. If you never acknowledge what you're feeling, if you never, or even if you acknowledge it but kind of push it down, like one of those, like, okay, I know I'm sad, but I can handle it later. Something like that. Everything needs to be processed. I just saw 2112 on the clock. It needs to be accepted and cherished. Think about your emotions as like another person inside of you, quite literally. And give them the unconditional love and freedom to express what they need, but remind them that not everything that they believe is the truth, and remind them of the truth. And the truth is that the divine will always heal us, will always bring us newness, will always renew our souls, right? Our lives, everything. I'm gonna get a Sacred Forest Oracle deck quickly for you guys. Oh wow, the Ace of Pentacles under that, and 5 of Wands. I'm just hearing, like, don't lose hope, don't lose vision, don't let the weight taint you, taint your vision on the seed that you are growing, right? Okay. Not me shuffling completely wrong. Oopsies. But yeah, don't allow for any of that to really take away from what the divine has given to you. Remember that the divine gave it to you for a reason. It is not something to be taken away or be taken lightly at all. There is a divine mission for each and every single one of us, and regardless of how large we want to measure in our human minds, we can never truly understand our mission until we see it in the higher perspective of the divine's eyes. I don't know why I needed to say that, but okay. Angels. 23 on the clock. Lots of angel numbers. Okay, 1 for the collective. What kind of energy do they need to know? Trust. Okay. I'm just laughing because, you know, a lot of the time, when it comes down to it, even if we say we're trusting the spirit, right? Passage on the bottom of the deck, number 40, standing stones. Even if we say we're trusting spirit, right? Are we? Because most of the time we have these worries, and although it's humanly normal, it's the doubts, right? It's the but what if, right? And we could have a million what ifs, right? And if we want to give our energy and time to that, well, you're just giving it power, right? Wherever you put your energy, it gives power. And look at her as she holds this, it almost looks like a moon. It might just be a globe crystal, or a sphere. But point here is amethyst, and it looks like maybe citrine. Totally recommend these crystals. point, we can get so lost and sometimes controlled by our own brain, by our own fears, by whatever is really going through our mind, our mental state. And we can get affected by those around us. Sometimes, let me rephrase it, we need to spend time alone, at least for a short while, to really counter back our energy, because being with other people, even if it's just another, we can blend in, and at some point your energy becomes their energy. And for sometimes that's a really beautiful thing. But we need to come back to ourselves. We need to understand who we are, and we need to always be reminded of our true divinity and not the version of ourselves that we've adapted to, whether that's because of other people, their energies, or because we felt we needed to, right? So I'm 100% getting that the divine is just asking you at this moment, however long this process may be taking, know that it's in divine timing. And this anticipation, don't fear it, right? Have excitement towards this new beginning. Don't have this perception that it's gonna be all horribly wrong. Trust and know that you can align yourself to a less harmful tower moment, I guess. Things can fall away in healthy ways, in loving ways, too. So, let's read this from the book. Let's see. Number 9 is also, like, it talks about the end of a cycle, so it would make 100% understanding, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, and the Magician. You are at the end of a cycle right now. Whoever I'm speaking to, I'm feeling as though you're working towards a new cycle. You're closing out one, and it's like an abrupt ending, and it goes from dark to light. So that's really beautiful. Let's read along as I read aloud. Okay. Number 9, Crystal Cave, Trust. You stand before the cave, but you can't see in. Although you don't know what to expect, certitude is rising within you. You know that you are meant to go forward. You know that you are safe. You take a deep breath in, and then take the first step. Caves have been considered secret passageways to sacred powers and forces. Certain shamanic initiations occurred in caves because they were thought to be places where your intuition could be activated. The appearance of this card is a message to believe in your intuition, no matter where it takes you. I'm feeling the need to just say, even if people think you are crazy, or think you are really wrong, or deceived, or whatever it may be, if your intuition is truly telling you something and you know with 100% certainty that it is not your fear or any other lingering energy, trust in that. Okay. Have faith in yourself and know that you're divinely guided, even when you have doubts. Trust your feelings about others and about situations. You're exactly where you need to be. Trust is the foundation of the ability to manifest. Trust is the foundation of the ability to manifest. Foundation. What does the Tower talk about? Foundations breaking. What does the Magician talk about? Manifestation. What does the Wheel talk about? New beginnings. Foundations need to be broken to be relaid to manifest. Okay. And those true foundations that are going to be built up are based on trust in the divine. You see how this is going, guys? You see? Okay. So, trust is the foundation of the ability to manifest. Everything was created because someone believed that it was possible. And patience is absolutely crucial in the application of this principle. Change can happen in a heartbeat, but some things require time. Please be patient and know that it will happen. Whatever receives your care and attention will flourish. Believe. You've planted your seeds, now give them time to grow. In cultures throughout the world, the cave represents the womb, a source of life. They are where early humans sought shelter and protection. In the depths of the cave, know that you are safe and protected. The spirit of the crystal cave says, you can let go and allow your clear, focused intention to flow freely. Follow the nudges from your soul. Listen to others, but trust your instinct. Alright, guys. You can let go and allow your clear, focused intuition to flow freely. I love that line. Letting go. Even in the tower, there are two people falling out. I feel like it's like a metaphor of the versions of you that no longer serve you. So, thank you so much for joining me, Collective. I had such an amazing time reading for you. If you would like to donate to my channel, my PayPal is in the description, as well as if you were looking for something much more personal, such as a personal reading, check the description box and my email is in there. We do 15-minute readings for $15 and 30-minute readings for $25. So if you're interested, please do email me at lunashealinglounge@gmail.com. And if this is where we'll be parting, I hope to see you guys again and have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this. I love you all. Bye bye.